Today I was asked,
Why do hot air balloons fly?
have you ever looked up at the sky and seen a giant colorful balloon drifting slowly above the ground? No zooming, no falling, just floating? That is a hot air balloon. But here's the big question. How does something so big and heavy float in the air? No wings, no engines, no rockets. Today on Curious Minds, we are going to explore what hot air balloons are, why hot air rises, how people discovered this amazing idea, and some surprising facts about balloon adventures. So, imagine climbing into a basket. The rope is untied, the flame roars, and up we go. What is a hot air balloon? A hot air balloon has three main parts. The balloon, called an envelope. This is the big, colorful part you see in the sky. It's made from strong fabric that holds hot air inside. The burner. This is the powerful flame that heats the air. It sounds like a giant whoosh when it turns on. The basket. This is where people stand. It's usually made of a woven wood because it's strong, flexible, and lightweight. Hot air balloons do not rush. They move slowly and gently. That's why people say balloon rides feel like floating inside of a dream. Now, the science that feels like magic. The most important idea: hot air rises. But why? Because air is made of tiny particles. When air gets hot, the particles move faster, they spread out, and the air becomes lighter. Cold air is heavier, hot air is lighter. So hot air moves up just like bubbles in water. When a hot air balloon fills up with hot air, the air inside becomes lighter than the air outside, and the balloon starts to rise. That's it. That's the magic. That's the science. How do balloons go up and down? Hot air balloon pilots don't use steering wheels. Instead, they want to go up, they turn the burner. More heat, more lift. Want to go down? Let the air cool slowly. The balloon moves with the wind. Pilots don't fight the sky, they work with it. That's why balloon pilots are very calm, careful thinkers. Let's travel back in time, all the way to France in the year 1783. Two brothers named the Montgolfier brothers had an idea. What if hot air could lift something? They built a huge cloth balloon. Then they lit a fire underneath it, and something amazing happened. It lifted off the ground. But before humans climbed in, they tested it first. Guess who the first balloon passengers were? A sheep, a duck, and a chicken. The animals survived, and the balloon worked. Soon after, humans took their first floating flight. People were shocked. Humans had left the ground for the very first time. Hot air balloons were the first step towards flying. Before the aeroplanes, before helicopters and rockets, balloons showed humans air could lift us, science could help us fly, curiosity could change the world. Every aeroplane today owns a tiny thank you to the hot air balloons. Here are some fun and surprising balloon facts. Some hot air balloons are as tall as a 20-story building. The fabric must be super strong but very light, like a giant flying jacket. Balloon festivals can have hundreds of balloons in the sky at once. It looks like floating candy. Hot air balloons can fly very quietly. Sometimes you only hear the wind. And the last one, balloons don't usually fly at night because pilots need to see where they are landing safely. How do balloons land? Landing a hot air balloon is gentle but exciting. Pilot slowly lets the air cool. The balloon drifts downwards. The basket touches the ground. Sometimes it tips over, sometimes it slides a little. It's normal, it's part of ballooning. Landing is the teamwork between the pilot, the wind, and the ground crew waiting below. Why do people still love balloons today? Even with planes and rockets, people still love hot air balloons. But why? Because balloons remind us to slow down, to look around, and feel and wonder. They're not about speed, they're about the experience. Floating quietly over the world reminds us how beautiful Earth is. So now you know hot air balloons fly because hot air rises. Balloons trap the air. Science makes floating possible. From brave inventors to peaceful sky journeys, hot air balloons show how curiosity can lift us, literally. Now it's your turn. If you had a hot air balloon, what color would it be? Why would you fly? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for exploring with curious minds. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay curious.